Having critiques about the USA men's basketball team does not equate with rooting against the United States. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And of course, thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and of course, those questions. Last night, Q&A with Skinny each and every Wednesday. Hey, last night was a great episode. Definitely a great episode. Fire questions from the VIPs, you already know. Definitely enjoy each and every Wednesday night. I love interacting with you guys in the comment section, but there's something about Q&A Wednesdays that are just extra special and extra fun for me, and I hope it is for you as well. So continue your support, continue dropping off those fire questions. Hey, like I keep telling you guys, y'all better catch up with Hayden. Hayden then dropped another clip. He didn't let the clip off once again. So I'm just saying, y'all better catch up, man. My man Hayden, it's about to be Wednesday night Q&A with Skinny and Hayden, the way it's going. So I know I'm just talking trash, but continue your support. And as always, thank you all for your participation. Thank you. Big shout outs go out to the squad. You already know what it is, man. These are my guys. This is the part of the show where we definitely got to give respect and show some love for those that are the other channels that are like-minded, such as myself. These are the guys that support me. I support them. Definitely, I enjoy their content. Some are more on the educational side. Some are more on the entertainment side. But definitely, it's all facts. You know what I'm saying? They're rooted in facts. They're rooted in the truth, and they move with integrity. You can't ask for nothing better than that. And that's why we always remain undefeated over here, no matter who we go up against, because the facts are the facts, and we have the facts. So big shout outs go out to my man, Sports and Fitness Rants. Big shout outs to you. Big shout outs to Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Angry O Hoops, Uncut Hoops. Definitely got to give a big shout out to my twin, Phenomenal Fitness. Michael Jordan fans are the best. NMB Sports TV. Hey, Ticket TV. Big shout outs to you. Too Raw for Sports TV. Big shout outs to the OG. Print Sports. Man Down Sports. Geechee Life Sports Talk. My main man, Kobe Bryant Film Room. Jordan versus LeBron. Definitely got to give big shout outs. Man, got to give a big shout out. Goes out to Hoop God, one of the newest guys of the squad. Definitely a wealth of knowledge there. Shekel Storm NBA. Make sure y'all check him out, man. He just did a little video about yours truly. A little preview, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He's about to do another deep dive into the Israeli penny pinchers, formerly the Las Vegas penny pinchers. So you already know it. You already know what it is. But definitely big shout outs to him. The Real Mind Crime, Mr. AM Sports Talk Radio. Definitely gotta give a big shout outs to him. The Allen Ricks TV. Definitely gotta give a big shout out to him. Love his channel. And NBA Fact Self Research, one of the most thorough channels you will find on this side of YouTube, man. When it comes to the facts, no frills, no filler, all killer. And definitely got to give a big shout out to him. Hey, man, these are the guys, man. These are the guys that I support. These are the guys that support me. So if you guys aren't hip to them, if you guys aren't subscribed to them, give them a chance. Check them out. You never know, man. You may like what they have to say, and you may like their style. We all come from different walks of life and have different ways of communicating our message. But hey, at the end of the day, we're all brothers facing the same direction, facing against the same obstacles, and that's all of these haters, narrators of falsehoods and narratives. These suckers that like to spin half truths. These little fanboys, these little media members, these people that are just trying to erase history, very disrespectful. But we're here to put them all in check. You already know what it is, and we do it each and every day. So give them a check, give them a shout out, check them out, show love the same way you guys show love towards me in this channel. You already know what it is. We're gonna get right into it. It's been kind of a crazy day, crazy long day. It's been a long week for your boy. I've been really putting in the hours like crazy. I had to tell you about I was playing college football, and I fell asleep. I was falling asleep playing the game like that. Like I never thought in a million years that would happen with me. But it's what happens when you get a little gray in your hair and you get a little old. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes your energy levels just ain't where it's at. But hey, still here, still grinding, we still strong. You already know what it is, man. It's that time. We might as well get down to the nitty gritty because we don't have any new hoop heads to add into the hoop head haven. So tonight's episode, closed door meeting. You already know what it is. Let's get right down to it. Been noticing a lot in this sector of YouTube. Been noticing a lot from the naysayers and the haters, who have things to say about about guys such as myself. And others within this YouTube, especially the squad. A lot of the squad has been under fire from a lot of these fanboys and crybabies and weak quote unquote basketball fans who can't take criticism, who can't take who can't take the criticism that we have for Team USA going into the Paris Olympics. I mean, this team is definitely talented. Yeah, for today's NBA, these are very talented players. Very, very talented players. Big name players, some of them. You have guys that, have fan bases. They have, some of them have won championships. Some of them you may see on TV as far as commercials and all that stuff, But there's something something about this team that's just missing. And I mean, it's just, you see it, and it just comes down to what we're seeing now is indicative of today's basketball. Okay. And yes, they have the skills. Yes, they have the physiques. Yes, they have the attributes that make you a pro. But they always seem to be, lacking something along the way. And this team definitely does lack. They lack in the heart department. They lack in the cohesiveness department. They lack in the effort category. They just lack. There's something about these guys are is off. It's not what you would think that a team from the United States should be at. We have been basically the gold standard in international basketball for a long time, but especially once once the '92 Olympics came and the NBA pros were allowed to participate in the Olympics, and dog walking everybody around the world. Had everybody basically just beyond interested, almost obsessed with the NBA game. I mean, what we showed the world was something magical, was something beautiful. You watch the game's popularity grow overnight just off of those Olympic games. And I mean, that team just captured something that this team just doesn't have. This team just does not have it. They just don't have that it factor. They don't have that, they don't give you the confidence of a team that you can just say, hey, oh yeah, we're winning the gold. Don't worry about it. But because we have these discrepancies and criticisms and critiques of this team, in our opinions of how we feel and what we think about this team, it comes with pushback, and the main subject matter of the pushback seems to be questioning patriotism, which I find to be ridiculous. I love America despite its flaws, despite its imperfections. There's no country I'd rather be, unless it's a country that I'm starting up. That's probably the only other option. But I love being American. Like I said, despite all our flaws, hey, this is where I'm from. This is where I'm from, and I should be able to express how I feel about my homeland, and just like in any other sport. I cheer for other teams besides the Miami Heat. I'll just say, for example, I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. I love college football. College football is actually my first love when it comes to sports. I actually love college football before I even liked the NBA. I grew up in a football home and a football family, so college football was definitely was definitely basically the sport of choice. I gravitated towards basketball thanks to my cousins, but my pops and my uncles and my grandpa and all the football guys. My brother, football guy. Yeah, I just always thought that when it came to sports, and me cheering for the Miami Hurricanes, despite how I love them, despite that I would cheer for them no matter what, come rain or shine, I am there cheering on the orange and green. But if I recognize something about my team that is keeping them from being successful, I, along with the rest of the fan base, is going to say something about it. If you are an actual fan of the team and you care about this team, whatever team it is, I'm just using, for example, the Miami Hurricanes. Whatever team that you cheer for, if you have any concerns, you should be. Most fans do, they do express their opinions and their doubts and their feelings towards that team. That's never stopped, and it shouldn't stop just because it's the Olympics. Just because it's Team USA, that does not mean that we have to, Coda. That does not mean that we have to just be blind followers and act like everything is A-OK, peachy keen, and we're just going to just diddy bop our way to a gold medal. That's not the case. The world, I would only say that the world has only caught up to us, quote unquote, has caught up to us only because we've regressed. We had such a lead over the world, and because of certain attitudes and entitlements and arrogance in a lot of ways, the gap has only shortened because we fell off. And what mainly is the problem, like I said in my video the other night, where I was asking about where the dog's at. That is the main critique that we all have. Is up here, in here. It's like these guys have it in their minds that they have the win, that they have this gold medal almost in hand, the way that the attitudes that they play. They don't show a whole lot of effort at times. Now I do say that out of that whole team, there's like four players that you could even consider dogs in today's basketball environment. These four would be considered dogs, but you're talking about 4 out of 12 players. Now I did say 5, but I added a half point for Tatum and the other half for oh crap, I forgot who the other half was. But anyways, basically, there's not enough dogs. We don't have enough dogs. Out of 12 players, they only have 4 guys that you can somewhat pinpoint and say, hey, yeah, this guy will give you mad effort. This guy will show grit. This guy will show toughness. This guy will show effort. I mean, it's. I think that we should be allowed to say these things. I definitely think so. I mean, I'm looking at the team, and my critique comes from, could this team even match up with the 92 Olympic team? And I say no. And what separates is the effort, the heart, the guile, the cohesiveness of players, that have battled against each other so much that they knew about each other. They studied each individual scouting report to the point that when they got together, they knew exactly what each player liked and did not like. I don't feel that here, and I don't feel that with this team. I don't feel that cohesiveness. I just feel like it's just a bunch of great players thrown together. But that's how it was in 2004 in the Athens games. We had a bunch of great individual talents that just could not coexist together. And the end results was a bronze medal. We just don't want to see that again. We want to see America be on top. Me personally, I love seeing games where we're blowing out other teams. That's why I say that this team can never beat the Dream Team, because the Dream Team did that. They beat everybody like a drum. And it was mainly because they had the desire, they had that switch. They wanted to kill everything moving that wasn't rocking red, white, and blue. And I think, this team just does not have that. This team doesn't have it. They don't have it. They have talent. They have an overabundance of talent. These are some of the most talented players that you could ever think of. You can even imagine some of these players. You can only imagine back in the day a player that has a skill set of LeBron James or Joel Embiid or Jason Tatum or something like that. But all that talent does not mean that makes you a better player. Being more talented doesn't make you better. What separates a David Robinson from a Joel Embiid it's not necessarily the the physical attributes. It was what was inside of the players. It was inside. It was what was inside that player's mind, and that's inside that player's heart. Was that player going to give you max effort? David Robinson did. Joel Embiid, I haven't seen what I need to see out of him. Not just on the scoring, not on the defense, but just mainly just effort. I don't see that effort. I see these guys, they think that they're just going to just walk in and just dog walk people, and it's not going to be. We could definitely have the lead as far as within the international community if we just go back to having that dog mentality. We just don't have enough killers, man. We got all the talent in the world. We don't have guys that want to tear your throat out and stomp on it. We don't have that. We don't have a Kobe Bryant that can set the team, that can basically set the team down and say, hey, follow me. I am the leader. I am going to lead you to this gold medal. Me. Follow me. Follow my lead. That's what Kobe did. That's what made that Redeem team so special. That 2018 was special. Mainly because of Kobe Bryant's leadership. We don't have that. And that should be a critique. That is a fair critique, that we do not have that type of leadership. It's just basically almost like open gym. They have an open gym mentality. It's just, hey, we're just going to just get on the floor. We're just going to just run up and down the court, and be that as it may, we're going to come out with a victory. And that's not the case. The Dream Team, the OG Dream Team, that came in with a mission, that came in with a plan, they came in ready to kill. They wasn't worried about anything else. Although they were the main attraction of the Olympics, they were the team. They were the Beatles. They were the Jacksons. They were everything. They were everything all wrapped in one. This team was that popular. They faced all this. Thank God the internet wasn't around, because it would have been 1,000 times crazier. But this team was able to still have that hunger, that desire, that, hey, we want to be the best, and we want to show the world that we're the best. This team is coming in almost like they feel that they're the best. They think that they're the best, but they're not playing like they're the best. No way Germany should be 4 points behind the United States. No way you beat South Sudan by a point. No way. No way. That's not the American way. That's not how we are used to seeing our players. Now, like I said, I understand the game has definitely improved in other sides of the globe. But where we regress that as a team and as a program for USA men's basketball is an attitude. It's the entitlement, the attitude that you've already accomplished something, and it's going to mess around, and it could bite us in the butt. It's not from like I said, it's not from a physical standpoint. It's not from a talent standpoint. No team can touch us talent-wise. No team can touch us ability-wise. None. But they can get us on cohesiveness. They can get us on effort. They can get us on heart, grit, guile. Using your mind instead of just trying to just lean on your abilities. In America, and if you're an American that has these sort of critiques and concerns about this team, you should not feel ashamed. You shouldn't feel ashamed. You shouldn't let any of these fanboys or any of these scrubs tell you how to feel. I have concerns about this team, and if you have concerns about this team, voice them. Don't let anyone shout you down. I definitely won't. This team is definitely flawed, despite the talent level. And my concern is that this team, even if they make the medal round, it may not be for the gold medal. I pray that that's not the case, but just looking at the makeup of this team and the effort that they've shown so far in these preliminary games, it is going to give us cause for concern. You should be concerned if you are an American fan of basketball, and you have an invested rooting interest in this team. You should have your concerns, because these things are concerning. These are the things that could keep us from winning the gold. If we don't come out here with the effort, if we don't come out here with the heart, with the grit, if we're not ready to get down and dirty with a lot of these teams, because these teams aren't the teams that the 92 teams facing. You're not seeing guys on the sideline with cameras taking photos of it, and being awestruck. They're not awestruck of these guys. because it's not just because of the fact that they can play with these guys, they're probably in the league with these guys or whatever. They feel this way because there's no fear factor anymore when you play against America. There used to be a fear factor. It used to be you saw that American flag pop up and that was your next opponent. It was time for you to chalk it up. You was gonna fight your hardest, play your hardest, and all that stuff. But in the back of your mind, you was gonna chalk that thing up to the United States because they were gonna blow you out by 50, 60 points. It's not so anymore. But I think if we return back to that killer mentality, that old attitude that we had as Americans, that American attitude, that true American attitude, since we want to talk about patriotism and who's not an American or who's against America, that old American attitude, almost that quote unquote ugly American attitude, where we believe that we're the best at everything that we do, where we were the best and we wanted to show you that we're the best. Not only just tell you about it, but show you and really show you. I think that this team, they like to say that they're the best. They don't really show you why they're the best. They just hope that you see that they're that you agree with what they say. But a lot of these teams, they're showing that they don't agree. That America is not an unbeatable juggernaut. They've seen us bleed before, and they think that they can do it again. And if this team doesn't tighten up, it will happen again. But that being said, just because I have that attitude and that mindset does not mean that I'm against America. Does not mean that I'm against this team. I hope this team succeeds. I want this team to succeed. But there are some glaring flaws within this team, and they need to be addressed before we go out here and we, stub our toe and embarrass ourselves and come home with something other than gold, because we know that is the standard. If you don't come home with the gold, it's a failure. We don't want to see that failure, and I'm definitely not rooting for them to fail. I hope that they succeed. I want them to succeed. I just want them to step it up a notch. Turn up your levels. Turn up your effort. Turn up the heart. Turn up the grit. Turn it up. Show the world that we are the best. Show the world that we're the best. And you show them, and when you show them, that's where you show them the standard and you stay there. You don't slack. You don't give it up. We definitely need an attitude readjustment. We definitely need to get into this game with a better mindset, or it's going to be curtains for us. And we probably be coming home with something other than a gold medal. And you know that is nothing but failure. That being said, man, it's your boy, Skinny Hardaway. You already know it's Thursday. It's Friday Eve, y'all. The weekend is almost here. And I just want you all to have a great evening. Spend time with your family. Love on your loved ones. Love on them babies. Tomorrow is definitely not promised. So basically make the best of it. Gotta make the best of it. Be a blessing out here, not a burden. Be a helping hand, be a good citizen, be a good person. It doesn't take much effort to be one. Have a clear head, good intentions in your heart. You are out of here. Make sure that if you can be a helping hand to somebody, be that helping hand to somebody. Your blessing will come. Trust me. I'm living proof. That being said, it's your boy, Skinny Hardaway. And this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I'll leave you with these words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.